Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Ready.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Go.
A former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Set, ready, 70, Indy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to find Dorsett. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Back 55. Now.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Protein spill.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Josh Jacobs, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
And he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Michelle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Go. Let's go.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Philip Dorsett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Let's go. Watch twins. Check three. Check three. Check three.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Bell a first down and then some. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Look. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check. Look at me. Zipper. I'm going to beat them.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground, this is Michel, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check 4. Two-jet bombers. Yep.
Ready. Here's Tomlinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
2nd and 2. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check right.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Jacobs. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, check 24.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Let's get it. I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Dorsett making the catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Mike, 55.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll drop to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I'm trying to collect. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the screen.
He'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Bravo. Shoot.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep? Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Get.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On second down, Eckler. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Once more, here's Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, for touchdown, Tampa Bay. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Bell running on 1st down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
18. Complete to Kenny Galladay. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Bell. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, he's done his part, Charles. No doubt about that. Maybe he's going to go over to the sideline now and tell this defense, hey, let's go. Step up.
And if they do, they've got a chance because right now he's become a force that hasn't been stopped from his side. 3 touchdowns rushing already. Eager for more. If they get any type of stops, we've got a heck of a game on our hands.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Go. Mike 55, Mike. Go. You got Porter. You're not ready.
2nd and 13. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On the ground is Michel. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Sony Michel, 53 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw here. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
3 down.
Second and 6. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Go. Hey, Lobo. 33. Let's go. Strong left. I got it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now, General West.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Taken in at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, we know one bench is jumping up and down in excitement right now after that punt return for a touchdown. Whether they go for a PAT or go for 2 probably depends on the team's philosophy, doesn't it?
Either way, made it a 1-score game. Still a little work to do, though, here in the 4th. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now, well, they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Michel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the posts. Go up 2 scores.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Get it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
2nd and long. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Go. Look at me. Zipper. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Not here. Yep. Motion. Hey, check right. Watch it, okay.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's the party now. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come on, boy. Smooth. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not